Hello lovely people, welcome to my channel and welcome to the first video of 2023. Happy New Year first of all. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Hilda Gloria and I share lots of content about style, life in Italy and business. So if you love the sound of that, make sure you don't miss my next videos by hitting the red subscribe button down below. Now, this video is, as you have seen from the title, an updated cost of living in Italy. How much does it cost to live in this beautiful country? I have got a video that I filmed at the start of 2022 and I thought I would update that as things have changed. No, prices haven't gone down. They've actually just gone up, as it is, you know, in most parts of the country. I mean, in most parts of the world. You guys can let me know, are prices still the same as they were last year, or have things changed a little bit? Here in Italy, there have been significant changes in prices, of course, because of what is going on. Everybody knows that prices of gas and fuel have significantly increased worldwide, leading to the increase of prices. Now, in my previous video, I talked about my general basic needs and then gave you like a budget of how much it would cost you to live in Italy as an individual. I'm going to do that with the prices, current prices of living in Milan, Italy in 2023. You're going to notice lots of changes and I'm going to keep on referring to the prices of last year. After this video, I would recommend that you go back and watch that video that I'm going to link down in the description box below and let me know if things have changed. Of course, don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know how things are going where you are. This video is also very helpful for people that are aspiring to either come to Italy for a visit or to, you know, relocate and come and live and settle in this beautiful country. Disclaimer, before I start, these are my personal expenses. This is my, I would say, budget. This is how much I spend a month. I plan to spend a month. So if this differ from you, I got some backlash from my previous video, people wondering, oh, how can you spend that on lunch, how can you spend that on this and that? This is how much I spend, and I would say that spending is relative. So for some people, their spending habits are different. We all have different spending habits depending on affordability, depending on, you know, our income and, you know, how much we would like to just spend in general, how much we consume. Preferences differ, so I'm going to just give you things based on me, and I live in Milan, Italy, just for reference, which is the most expensive city to live in Italy. And I think things like fixed expenses like rent might be different in Milan, but most of the other things are, let's say, relatable or the same in the rest of the country. So if you're planning to move to any city, this video is very essential for you. And if you know somebody that is going to move to this country, make sure you share it with them or you invite them to watch the video. Towards the end of last year, I received a message from my landlord telling me that rent had been increased. Was I surprised? Absolutely no, as everything was increasing in prices. So I got a €100 rent increment, but fortunately my rent includes all expenses and condominium fees. So I don't get to pay rent separately from condominium fees, as you know is the case in, you know, the rest of, you know, the houses in Milan in general. So my rent this year is €700, and what can I say? Nothing. I am happy that there was just a €100 increment, as lots of people got like double the price because gas increased significantly. I looked at our gas bill and I was so shocked last November, and I was just worried and thinking that maybe the increment is going to be major, but I'm happy with the €100 increment. And for reference, I am talking about a one-bedroom house. So it is one bedroom with a living room and, you know, bathroom, 2 balconies and a little bit of space to walk around, I would say, with a separate kitchen. So it is not a very big house. And for reference, I don't live in the city center of Milan. So houses in Milan do not cost €700 in the center of Milan. I don't live, you know, very next to the Duomo, for instance. I live in Cologno Monzese, which is, I would say, 35 minutes by metro from, you know, the city center. So yes, that is for reference, so that you can have an idea of what houses cost, you know, in Milan or, you know, in the suburbs. So I live like in the suburbs. Yeah, so in the center of Milan it is double the price or even more than double the price. My next bill, which is compulsory and is a need and I can't do without, is public transport. I go everywhere in Italy, everywhere in Milan to work by public transport. And luckily the price is the same if you're buying either an annual or a monthly ticket. So my bill last year was 50 and it's still 50 euros. Now, the shock of my life happened this week when I was going to work and I had forgotten my monthly pass, and I went to buy a ticket. In the morning it was 2 euros, and when I was coming back it was 2 euros and 20 cents. That is a difference of 8 hours that got like a 20-cent increment. I was like, okay, what is going on in the world? Is the world crazy? But then when I talked to my friends, they said it was in the news. I just missed the news. Anyways, the daily ticket is now 2 euros and 20 cents from 2 euros that was last year. But then the monthly and the annual tickets are still the same price. So for people that live in the center of Milan or within the peripheral sphere of Milan, pay only 39 euros adults. And then the young people that are under 26 years of age pay 29 euros per month and pay an annual ticket, an annual amount of 330. That is the yearly ticket if you want to buy the yearly ticket and you don't have to, buy the monthly one, which I would highly recommend because it saves you a lot of money. If you have that money down front, pay it, but if you don't have, you can pay monthly like I do. And for me it doesn't bother me at all because some months I'm not in Italy, some months I'm not in Milan, so it doesn't really serve me for those months. That is the only reason why I don't buy the annual ticket. The other changes that have happened about public transport is the daily ticket, the weekly ticket, and if you're coming in to visit for, let's say, 3 days. So the daily pass went from 7 euros to 7.6 euros, 7 euros and 60 cents. So that is, a ticket that takes you through Milan, the whole day. If you want to use metro, buses, trams, everything, it is going to let you go through, in and out. The whole day. It is unlimited. But if you want a single use ticket, which is 90 minutes, it is 2 euros and 20 cents. My other basic need and a bill that I cannot live without is my phone payment, my mobile phone payment. I don't have a fixed landline, thank goodness. So it was last year, it was 12.5 and it increased towards the end of the year to 15 euros. That's a 2.5 euro increment per month. So what I get, what they say in the message that I received from the company is that I get to use unlimited internet. Before I used to receive 100 gigabytes worth of internet, which was more than enough, and now it's unlimited, and unlimited calls and SMSs throughout Europe, throughout Italy, to any other company. If I'm crossing, let's say I'm using the company Team, I'm a customer of Team, so if I want to call somebody that is using Iliad or Wind Telecom, I don't have to pay any extra fees or charges, whether somebody's in Spain or somebody's in Belgium. It is still the same. So it's all 15 euros, and for me that's enough. So I use that same internet at home, wherever I am. I don't have to pay an extra fee or amount for I would say internet at home, because that is more than enough. If I want to connect it to my devices, it is more than enough. It is unlimited, it is fast enough. It is the one that I use to upload my YouTube videos. It is a decent amount. I would say that didn't shock me at all for the service, but it's an increment regardless. Up until last year, I had to pay for a permit of stay as one of my expenses, and I used to save for it monthly, but luckily towards the end of last year I received my permanent residency card. I have a video on that. If you want to go ahead and watch it after this one, I would highly recommend it. I don't have to spend on my permit of stay, so that is 0 fees, and it makes me very happy and pleased and relieved. That is one thing less, even though I have lots of other things that have come in. So as you will see the figures, it might not be significantly very different according to the figures that I'm giving. It's because some things have been pulled out and some things have been added. My next bill is a shocker. It is groceries. Guys, I went from spending 50 euros a month on groceries to 150 euros per month. I kid you not. I didn't change what I'm eating. My lifestyle is, I wouldn't say vegetarian, but I don't eat meat when I'm home for medical reasons. I'm not allowed to eat a lot of meat. The prices of things generally have gone really high. If you can look at detergents, basic things that you need at home, you know, detergents, cleaning stuff, I don't know, food, for example, salt, oil, things have gone from, I would say, let's say €1 to €1.50. That is a very big increment. That is like more than 50% increment in price. And the lifestyle hasn't changed. I haven't started consuming more than I used to consume. It's still the same. It's still the same for me. I'm still eating the same stuff that I used to eat. I only eat, I would say, once a day because I'm lucky to have lunch provided by my workplace on weekdays. So I haven't increased any consumption. It's still the same, but prices have gone bizarre in supermarkets, in markets, like I mentioned. So that is one of the biggest, I would say it's increased by 3 times. It's one of the biggest expenses and like the biggest increment that you're going to see in my monthly budget. My other basic bill that I cannot live without is my medical bill. Now, I mentioned in my first video that I have got, you know, compulsory medicine that I'm supposed to take. I have got supplements that I take, let's say vitamins, in order to supplement for what I lack in my body, let's say zinc, vitamin D, B, and everything, you know, to just help me live, have my hair grow, nails grow, and just have a good vision and everything. Basically, things have changed. I have taken out the compulsory medicine because the doctors told me that I have healed from the condition that I was treating a few years ago. So that has gone out, but then the bill is €80 from €50 last year. I have integrated what they call integratore, things that I would say, not like dietary supplements is what I would say. So dietary supplements have come in and they are very expensive. I didn't know vitamins like were that expensive, but they're really expensive, and things of course have increased in prices. Another thing that I have made a need, it might be different from, you know, everybody. For example, it might be different from females and males. For example, if you're a girl or a boy, this is different, and that for me is beauty products. Now I have gone, if you watch my other videos that are not about life in Italy, you will notice that I suffer from acne and skin issues. So I have included beauty as a necessity, like sunscreen, lots of recommendations from my dermatologist, toners, serums, creams, and all those things are not cheap. Ladies, you know this. So those are very expensive as well, and they cost me €100 on average per month. So that is another, another thing that has come into the budget that used not to be there last year, but I'm going to keep it there and hang on and see how things go. If it is really bothering me, then I might, just have to tone down on how much I use, and instead of using products worth of €100 per month, probably I use less than that. I make sure that some months override each other. That is another increment, and that is another for me. Like I said, how much you spend is a lifestyle. For example, I might choose to use a Nivea sunscreen, whereas you might choose to use a cheaper one. The Nivea sunscreen is like €20, and then you might choose to use one that is €10 or even less. So like I said, this is my individual expense, this is my individual bill. You might have something different, it might differ because I have some things in and you have some things out. It all depends on you and how much you want to spend and how much you earn, basically. Another one which is very important for me is miscellaneous. I mentioned in my previous video that I like to have a good life. I like to be able to go out to a brunch when friends invite me. I like to, buy myself a nice lipstick on my way to work or from work when I see it. I like to change my hair here and there. I like to do my nails. So I just put aside €350. I just budgeted that basing on generally how much prices have increased in the previous year. So I added €150. Last year it was like €200, and this year it is €350, and that is the total. So that is how much I spend basically monthly, or I plan to spend monthly. And I hope this gives you an idea, if you're planning to move to Italy or to move to Milan, to have an idea of what things cost like, and then set the pace of what you want to include, what you want to exclude, and how you want to live. I hope that this video has been very helpful. If things change, I will have an updated version next year. Hopefully things remain the same, because wow, what a bill. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love that you do so by hitting the red subscribe button down below, and that way you won't miss my next videos. If you have any video suggestions, if you want to know about some things in Italy, let me know. I have lots of videos about the documents you need to come to Italy and blah blah blah, everything in the playlist that I'm going to, you know, link down in the description box below. As always, love and always love. Bye, see you next time. Don't forget to follow me on my new Instagram at @hildaglosh_. I'm trying to post as much as I can, and don't forget to follow me on TikTok, where I post daily at @hildaglosh. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and leave me a comment. Bye, see you in the next one.